Oh yeah, I forgot something. Um, when it comes to Natasha and Don in this whole situation, Don, the fact that you went over there and told Stacks what Kendrick had going on, you stupid. You better have Kendrick unalived because of you. Natasha, I don't know why you can't see the writing on the wall. You up here talking in front of her. That is the reason that Stacks knows everything, and that's why Stacks is always gonna be 2 steps ahead of y'all, because y'all be sitting there talking like Don is not in the house. That is crazy to me. As far as the situation with Greg and the fact that he told his daddy about Bethany, he ain't gonna learn until he lose everything. Same thing with Larry. Larry ain't gonna learn either until she do something that's so traumatic. They both gonna be sick and tired and gonna cut her off, as they should. Larry, the fact that you want to help Shara is greatly appreciated, but you do need to talk things over with your wife before you decide to do anything, because Bethany is your wife and you do need to discuss stuff with her. As for trying to think. As for Tamara, the fact that you did give Wayne some good advice when it came to Anthony and him doing what he did when it came to the restaurant, but that karma's gonna come back anyway. I don't think that restaurant is gonna turn out the way Anthony think it's gonna turn out. As for Rolanda, I get why you're upset, because you feel like Anthony betrayed you yet again, and he did, but he did it because of his wife. That's why he did it, and eventually he ain't gonna do it. As for Shayla, Iman, and Delicia, use a hoe. Ho, use a hoe. Ho. Sweetheart, you are worse than Shayla. You are. Because even though Shayla did what she did, the fact that you going behind that girl back and getting $15,000, that man bought her a $50,000 house. He ain't even got you a house yet. But yet, you the first night that you went over there for dinner, you threw your legs up. At least with Shayla, she didn't have sex with him the first night, at least. She waited a little bit. The fact that Shayla is trying to do all of these things for Iman, and the fact that Iman is doing what he doing, like I said, Shayla and Anthony will be back together. Yep, they gonna get back together, and y'all gonna hate it. But that's where they going, because if they really did not want Shayla and Anthony to get back together in these skits, then Delicia wouldn't been messing with Iman. The fact that old girl tried to tell her that she need to stop messing with Iman. Listen to your friend. Y'all went to Africa. You met a whole dude that took you shopping, and yet you sitting up here still messing with Iman, having an attitude towards Shayla when you the side chick. And yet, when you first came, you told her how wrong she was about messing with Amber's husband. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black, though? How are you going to say you better than Shayla when you doing the exact same thing that you chastised her for? That is crazy. As for, who else? I'm trying to think. Is there anything or anybody else? As for Bishop, this ain't nothing but the Trill and the Ty and Rico situation. As for Elena, leave T Hustle alone. You and Rico have way more in common than T Hustle and you do. And I don't know why you still mess with him after your sister ended up passing away, which I think is stupid. Dominique, that woman got better and told you stay away from her husband, stay away from her family. That is what you get. It serves you right. And the fact that you still trying to be with Mike after everything, I don't understand. I don't understand. Dom, you cheated on him with Esteban. You complained about Mike every chance you got. Y'all argued constantly. And yet and still, you still want him back. even though you got upset about him having a whole son, even though it turned out it wasn't his son, you made a big issue about it. The man didn't even want you to be pregnant when you thought you were pregnant. Okay. And the fact that he was still in love with what's her name? Tatiana. Girl, bye. Uh, I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. As for Wayne, the fact that you telling PR that you still love her, leave Tamara alone at this point. Tamara, you need to realize you got a whole man and you can't be over there with D. You have to let D figure things out. I'm with Momo on this, to be honest. I understand that when it comes to Tamara, when it comes to the dancers, that is one thing, but I don't think she should be as involved as he's letting her be, which is crazy to me. The fact that D, you need to change your ways. As for that police officer, and then what Diana told him about his dad being back in jail and his mom being broke, when did all that happen? Why we didn't see that? That means they're not coming back at this point. That means they're not coming back. Which means the whole Diablo, the whole Raquel situation wasn't even necessary. It wasn't even needed. As for Ernestine and the fact of her meeting Rome, I'm not surprised that she's the one that told Amber about that situation with him having a baby. As for Amber, you can't hold water, can you? Girl, you got diarrhea in the mouth because you don't just know when to just keep your mouth closed. I don't even know why you told Anthony. It wasn't even Anthony's business. Why did you tell him? If anything, you should have told her, but you didn't. You didn't say two words. As for J-Mo and Ernestine, you lost your husband because you was cheating. You was the one messing around with X and then turn around and mess with Mike and then turn around and mess with J-Mo and then Trey. Girl, bye. No, we're not doing that. As for Dalen, please go get a DNA test and find out if that boy is yours. Because that boy may not be yours. I don't even think that baby is his. I don't even think that boy is his. But at the end of the day, as for Keisha, I really can't blame you for how you feel. But this child came before you two even got together. But I understand why Dalen is letting her live in the house because of the fact of everything that happened. As far as her being evicted, I do understand that. But you need to make sure you know whether that child is yours or not. Because you're doing all this stuff, and then if it comes out that baby's not yours, when it comes to that young man, you're going to be screwed, Dalen. Like I said, these skits are pretty much typical. Either some man finds out that they have a child, or it's something else. It's always something else. Is there anybody else that I can think of? Oh, back to Bethany. Bethany, the fact that you keep causing problems with Shara and his other baby mom is crazy. As for Terry, you went and got a tattoo of Libby. You and Libby have been having problems since y'all got caught up. This is why, no matter what, it never works when you're the side chick and you become the main chick. It just doesn't work like that. It just don't. It ain't never gonna end well. As for the mother, I hope she gets a child back. But then again, who knows? I don't. But like I said, I do not think Anthony and Amber gonna stay together. They argue almost every skit, just about, and it just ain't working. And eventually, one of them need to say, "This ain't working for me. I want a divorce." I'm just waiting on which one gonna do it because it's coming. It is coming. The fact that woman asked him why was he with somebody like Amber, and the fact that she called Amber out and said that Amber is of the world, because she is. Amber is a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite. She just is. One minute she talking about God, the next minute, like that woman said, the way you dress is not the way a woman of God represents themselves, and that is the truth. So, like I said, I think that's pretty much it that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Oh, Dominique firing that girl. That was wrong.